I think Haaland is very intelligent in the way he's playing. I see he has this killer instinct. Even if he has a hat-trick, he still wants to score the fourth goal.
Personally, I think he's a great player. I think his movements in the box is probably some of the best we ever seen.
Have you ever watched a footballer and thought, is this guy even human? No, really, how does one player score goals so easily, so often, and with so much power that rival managers actually call him an alien? Today, meet the striker who's convinced half the planet he must be from another world, Erling Haaland. But forget all the wild nicknames for a second, there's something deeper going on here. How did this alien arrive, take over the toughest league in football and make legends look ordinary? Let's drop you straight into the moment. The world is watching. Manchester City are under pressure and from nowhere Haaland races in, crashes through the defenders and boom, scores again.
Back towards Foden. Haaland! 2-2!
Fans can't believe their eyes. Coaches scramble for answers. Journalists, players and even his own teammates joke, he's not like us. Maybe he's a robot. Maybe he's an alien. And it's not just talk. His record-breaking goals, his wild celebrations, and the chaos he creates steal headlines week after week. But there's a reason everyone needs to watch until the end. Because Haaland's story isn't just about goals, it's about a son who came to Manchester to lift the crown higher than his father ever could. It's about battles, heartbreak, massive dreams, and a talent that shook fans everywhere. So, if you want to know the real alien secret, stick around. By the end, you'll be left wondering, was this just destiny or something truly out of this world? Erling Haaland's story doesn't start in the bright lights of Manchester or even in a packed stadium. It starts in the small town of Bern, Norway, where a kid with wild dreams and an even wilder goal-scoring appetite chased every ball like it was his last. His father, Alf Inge Haaland, was a professional who played for Manchester City but left football heartbroken after a brutal injury. But young Erling watched, learned and promised to write a different ending. Even at 6 years old, Haaland wasn't like the other kids. There was this raw, untamed energy on the playground. He leapt higher, ran faster, and hit every target he saw. Coaches couldn't believe his power or his hunger for goals. But it wasn't all easy. Haaland started out smaller than his friends. He had to fight his way up, training harder, pushing himself on cold mornings while most kids slept in. Friends and rivals doubted he could make it. He scored, but some wondered, can he do it against tougher teams in bigger games? But that's where tension truly builds, because every time Haaland got knocked down, he bounced back up. When he joined Molde at just 16, most told him Norway was his ceiling, but he doubled down, breaking into the first team, shocking defenders and bagging goals nobody expected. A teenager carrying not just his own dreams, but the unfinished business of his father. He wanted to be more than just Alf Inge's son. If you thought alien stories are just made up, just try stopping a determined kid from Bern with his father's unfinished mission in his heart. Haaland's journey was only beginning, and the world hadn't even seen his most explosive moments yet. Erling Haaland's rocket rise was so fast, so unreal, that it almost felt like football itself couldn't keep up. It started with a bang at Red Bull Salzburg. Straight away, he was scoring hat-tricks like it was nothing, including an insane 9-goal performance at the Under-20 World Cup. By the end of his first half season, he had fired in 28 goals in 22 matches, with 5 hat-tricks along the way. Teams across Europe scrambled to get him. Everyone wanted to see the alien in their own league, but Haaland chose Salzburg because he craved a place that believed in young strikers and regular game time. But the rise had only just begun. In the Champions League, he broke record after record, scoring in 5 straight games as a teenager, a streak no one expected. Dortmund saw the spark and moved fast, activating his release clause in a cutthroat bidding war. Haaland made headlines instantly. On his German debut, Dortmund was losing, so they sent in the alien, and within 23 minutes he'd scored a hat-trick and turned defeat into wild victory. Fans were stunned. Suddenly, Bundesliga defenders were left chasing shadows, as Haaland went on scoring tears again and again. The world watched for a weak spot, a cooldown, but Haaland just kept rising higher with more goals and more chaos. This wasn't just a journey across Europe, this was the arrival of a new main character breaking every script and writing his own story with every kick. When Erling Haaland arrived at Manchester City, what set him apart wasn't just his goals, it was how he scored them. Haaland's speed is freakish. He sprints past defenders like they're stuck in place. His power makes him unstoppable inside the box, and his determination is fierce. He gets frustrated if he doesn't score, and even when he scores just one, he always feels he should have bagged more. That's the mindset of a real top striker. His decision-making around defenders is unbelievably fast, letting him score with both feet and making him unpredictable in every situation. Each touch is calculated, so when the heat is on, Haaland knows exactly when and where to strike. Since joining in 2022, Haaland has already scored 141 goals in 159 games for City, including 98 in just 107 Premier League matches. This season, he's the only City player with more than 10 league goals. His closest teammates like Foden, Nunes, O'Reilly and Schalke have just one each. Manchester City gave him a record-long contract because they know if he ever drops off, the whole team's attack drops with him. Haaland's speed, power and hunger to score make him City's true game-changer. Haaland's Manchester City journey hasn't just been a victory lap. It's been a wild chase filled with drama, tests and moments that prove he's still all too human. Yes, the records fell. Fastest to 50 Premier League goals, most goals in a single season, and smashing Champions League benchmarks with City. But for every new high, there have been stumbles too. Early injuries sidelined him at key moments, missing big matches just when City fans needed him most. Rivals doubted him, critics called him a tap-in merchant, and even City had spells where goals were hard to come by. Then there's the fire. Haaland's famous "stay humble" moment with Arsenal. After a fiery 2-2 draw, he told Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta to stay humble in a heated handshake. Only for Arsenal to turn around and win 5-1 the next time they met. Haaland's words were thrown back at him by Arsenal fans, showing that even he could get caught up in the battle and learnt from it. Yet it's always the bounce back that shocks the football world. Even when he's knocked down, Haaland comes roaring back, responds to setbacks with more records and new goals, keeping his feet on the ground and his eyes on the next challenge. The world chases Haaland, but he's always chasing something bigger, that never-quit drive. That's what makes his story hit even harder. Right now, Erling Haaland is playing football like it's a video game set on easy mode. He's leading the Premier League with 13 goals in just 10 matches, more than double anyone close to him. In the Champions League, he's already got 5 goals in 4 games, and this pace has insiders whispering about even bigger records falling soon. Every time he steps on the pitch for Manchester City or Norway, there's just one question: how many will he score today? Pep Guardiola himself said having Haaland is like playing with Messi or Ronaldo. That's legendary praise, and fans are watching a season where, just last week, Haaland hit his 300th career goal, faster than almost anyone in history. As City's captain against Dortmund, he stepped up and scored again, turning up when it mattered most.
Against Dortmund, Doku's ball in, Haaland, 2 goals!
This is more than just a hot streak, it's the Haaland era. Goals, records, leadership, he's living proof that sometimes the alien stories really do come true. So is Erling Haaland really an alien? Watching him fly through defenders and break record after record, it's easy to believe he's from another world. But beneath the wild stats and the headline-grabbing goals, he's just a kid from Bern, Norway, wearing the blue his father once wore, only now doing things no one thought possible. Haaland has turned Manchester City's dream into its own sci-fi story, finishing his dad's mission, leading the line with superhuman power, and making even rival fans wonder if the rumours are true. Every match he brings surprises, energy and moments that shake football's world. So next time you see Haaland score, remember, maybe aliens do play football, and sometimes they wear City blue. If this story left you shocked, hit like, drop a comment and subscribe for more football magic. The Haaland era isn't over, it's only getting crazier.